Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my December bullet journal setup. I actually lost the footage I had recorded to make the intro to this video, so I'm just going to do it here over this little bit of footage that I took of my supplies. So this month I will be using my Scribbles That Matter 100 GSM notebook, same one as usual, although even though I won't be done with it at December, I am going to swap to a new notebook to start the new year for a fresh start. I am very much not sure how my bullet journal is going to work for next year, but we'll figure that out later. I'm using some fine liners and a Energel Clenna this month. These are the Pitt Artist Pen fine liners. As usual, I'm also using cutting tools and a cutting mat. And then I've got a bunch of markers and such for my color additions to the spread. I am really considering using a daily planner for work next year, which means my bullet journal may take a journaling aspect over a planning aspect, but I will talk more about this in upcoming videos. My theme for this month, which was voted on by my patrons, and thankfully they picked the easiest one because I have enough shit going on to begin with, is going to be pine needles. So that means that my color scheme is greens and browns. I am using a combination of Pitt Artist pens and Tombows, mostly Tombows for this particular theme, and the colors will be listed in the description in case you want to recreate it. I'm also grabbing a Zig Clean Color Dot Pen and a Zebra Mildliner for additional color and such purposes. The reason I wanted to do something like pine this month is just between having my shop open until I shut it down and having to do Christmas and things like that probably early because my kids are going to be gone for 2 weeks at the end of the month. And then on top of that, getting all of my end of the year stuff done for work, getting all of my end of the year videos, all of that, deciding on what planners I'm going to use, etc., etc. One of the things I will say, though, is that this month in my bullet journal is going to be different than it has been. It's going to be mostly rapid logging, which actually has been the last month as well, as I really start to think about how I want to plan and incorporate my bullet journal in the next year. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be videos coming up in the month of December. I'll be doing Vlogmas with videos every day. You'll be able to see both my videos on the planner lineup and any bullet journal setups I do, goal setting, blah, blah, blah. So be sure to subscribe. Now, drawing the pine needles is fairly simple. You just do an arched line and then do a bunch of short dashed lines to kind of follow the same direction that you want it to go. I'm demonstrating a couple of different pine cones here. Most of them are done with just a few like U shapes or like cloud style shapes. They're pretty easy. You just want to get the idea of a pine cone. The scribblier, the messier, the more I like it. So hopefully you'll be able to kind of recreate this as well if it's something you're interested in drawing. Now that I have demonstrated how to draw the stuff and talked about the supplies and so on and so forth, let's get into the actual setup of my bullet journal. So I have this idea that I'm going to be a little ambitious with my quote page and my cover page. Maybe not super ambitious, but just a little ambitious. What I'm thinking about doing is putting my quote here and then the word December here kind of parallel to each other. And then have an arch on either side of pine needles. And then on this side, have a cutout arch on top or bottom that mirror each other. And then on this page, do some like light pine needles falling and then that you see them through the arch. And that's it. I'm not going to do a to-do list there because I've been ignoring it along with a lot of things in my bullet journal. This is going to be my last month, like I already said, in this bullet journal. I'm going to start a new one, even though I'm not even halfway done with it. I'll have a video talking all about it. But let's just say I don't really feel the need for a monthly to-do list because even though I probably could use one, I haven't been using one. And so it seems pointless to make one that I'm just going to leave blank. So I started this by putting the quote from Elf that I wanted to use, one of Buddy the Elf's quotes. "I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR," because I love that quote. I love Elf. I think it's hilarious. And then I put December, and I just wanted to say December, but I overshot my wad, so I put December 21. Now what I'm going to do is, what I want is to have like an arch here. Maybe what I'll do is do it in pencil. I don't usually pencil things in, but I'm trying really hard to sort of do this and have it like not suck ass. I think I'm gonna just do it on the top instead of the bottom because I think I didn't space this in a good spot for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm doing here is I counted out 5 in on either side because that kind of centers it. And then I did the same thing here, but I didn't draw a whole line because what I'm going to do is draw an arch. Like I'm going to do some pine cones here and then maybe like a couple of needles going down. And then here I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to, instead of drawing that, I'm going to cut the arch out and then create the background. I basically just put little dots, little marks, a high mark for here to draw the things in. And then on this one, I'm just going to kind of guesstimate the archiness, the Archie Andrews. Is that the Archie? Yeah. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate the arch. I don't know if I should cut the arch out first or if I should draw it first. I guess I should draw it first because if I feel like the arch needs to change size, I can change the size of where I'm cutting, but I'll have already drawn the shit. So I'm going to do some drawing. And I'm going to do this in black and white and then do this in like a color, I think. I'm not sure though. Okay. I think this should look good. I'm going to try using this knife that's not the one I usually use because I think I can get a better grip on it for this. Let's find out if I'm going to... I want to really get like a smooth arch here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. That was not how that song goes. Oh, shit. Okay. Slowly but surely. This is the least straight line of, well, the moment. But it's an arch, and it works, I think. I do want to erase a little bit because there is a little bit of stuff showing through. But now I'm going to draw some pine needles on the other side. And we'll see if that works the way I want it to. I kind of now, this is good enough. It's going to be simple. We're going simple here, sweeties. Keep it simple, sweetie. Keep it simple, sucka. Okay, I have an idea. Maybe I will put a to-do list. Okay, I think you can see what I was picking. I don't know if this is exactly what I wanted, but I think it'll work. So what I did was I added some green and brown pine needles, but then I created these 2 spots and then did the to-do list. So when you have it closed like this, you've got like 2 sort of little looks at it. And then when you open it, that's what you've got. I don't know. It's interesting to me. All right, moving forward to my monthly. I'm going to repeat the same monthly I did last month because I liked it, even though I didn't really use it because with all the company and everything else, like this kind of goes back to something I've been saying recently about needing to be able to create a planning routine that involves me planning somewhere that's not my office, because I wasn't able to use my office very much because I had people staying in it for the majority of November. So I thought it'd be great. I wouldn't have to break it down. But, you know, when you have a lot of house guests, because it's a lot, you guys. It's just a lot. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create my little bullet journal style calendar, and then I'm going to use it for tracking. And hopefully it'll go better than it did this past month. Okay, I just looked at my calendar and I indeed numbered this correctly. Very, very nice. The first thing I'm going to do is take my little light green and I'm going to put in the weekends. And I should have done that first because the Pitt artist pen and the Pitt markers tend to smear because fucking who knows why. All right. And then down this column, I am going to utilize my brown highlighter because it'll be easier than using one of the markers to put in when the kids are going to be at their dad's, which is also their winter break. Basically, like half the month is they're going to be gone. They'll have a great time, and I am excited for them to go. Kat's going to be turning 18, It's a whole thing. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my line down like I did, and I'll leave an extra space because you never know when you might want to add something else in. And then I'm going to leave 6 spaces for tracking my various things. And then this last one is to write in my Peloton workouts. It's going to be on my goals, I believe, for this month. But the other things I'm tracking, I will write down here. It's going to be my 21 and 2021, and we'll see how we can end the year out. I will be updating you at the end of December on that. BT dubs. I think I'm going to use my markers for the month instead of my dot markers, just for the hell of it. I was worried about the 2 greens, but they seem to be good enough, different from each other. So instead of big Zig dot markers, I'm going to use little dots. I'll zoom you in so you can see them better. All right, so these will be my categories, and I'll just dot in these columns based on what I get done on any given day. I'm going to add in my little top here. It's my simple little monthly. Now I am going to move to my gift list because we're mailing gifts this year, and I need to get them all mailed off by mid-month at the latest. And so basically I don't have very much time, and it's going to include cookies as well. So this is going to be a very simple tracker, but what I have here is name, gift, and then bought, wrapped, mailed, and then the date. It's a little goofy looking, but whatever. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of an illustration down here, I think, just to kind of pull it together. See, just a cute little illustration. I'm actually being very, simple with this shit, mainly because I don't know if I'm going to actually use it or not this month, because who fucking knows at this point, and B, that's mostly it. So this is fairly short, but let's flip it over. Let's go back and let's rehash. So we have my quote page from Elf, my December 21 cover page with its little opening, which is both cute and also kind of pointless, but whatever, with my to-do list. We have my monthly calendar with my tracking, and then we have my gift tracker. And that's all I'm doing for this month because honestly, I have enough shit going on in December. I will likely not be doing any fancy layouts, but just brainstorming, note-taking, and rapid logging in here this month, just because I'm so stressed out, and I am kind of I'm shifting how I'm going to use my bullet journal next year. Mainly, there's all sorts of reasons, and I will be talking about that when I do my planner lineup at the end of this month, once I've decided what that will be, because I haven't yet. At the end of December, not November. This is going up in November. I'm all confused. Anyway, if you are interested, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Are you bullet journaling next year? Do you intend to? If you do, what is the most useful thing that you're going to be doing in your bullet journal? And if you're not, what planners are you using? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, peace out.